I talked to one of my mentors and said to him, hey, look, I've been working really hard and I don't have anything to show for it. I don't have anything. What should I do? And he said, during your 20s, learn. Shut up. Don't say anything. Just learn and be like a sponge and grasp and grab information. Meet people who are where you want to be or who have a certain character about them that you want. Learn from them in order for yourself to develop into that type of person as well. And then in your 30s, you can think about earning. And you'll be able to earn so much more because of everything that you learned during your 20s. So number 2 is something that I learned from following this gentleman's advice. And I met somebody who I really respected and admired, and he told me about the inner game. He said, I have to know myself, know my real self, my true self. Who am I? And he said it takes some time, and you're gonna have to sit with yourself and discover who you are. Many people follow the crowd, follow the herd. And realistically, the maxim stands that when you follow the crowd, when you follow what 80% of the people around you are doing, you're gonna get the same result they are getting. And he said, if you find your own yearning, your own calling, who you are, and you follow that inner call, that vocation, then you will be really happy at 50, because you will look back in your life and know why you did what you did, and you will be proud of the person that you have become. Another mentor of mine a little bit later taught me about the hero's journey. He said that we're all on a heroic journey as hero or heroine of our own lives. And he told me that I have to discover what it is that I am willing to suffer for. What am I willing to die for? And to really consider this and think about it. And that's what passion means. Passion means something that you're willing to suffer for because it's worthy enough. That's a passion, right? We talk about the passion of Christ. It's all the suffering because he's willing to die for something that's so worth it. And we're going to have to find that as well. So be okay with failure. Be okay with the suffering of and pain that comes with sometimes having to die to certain things about yourself, things that you do, certain habits. You may have to die to them in order to grow into the new person, into the better person that you're going to become through this heroic journey. Notice when you enter into this inner game and you become much more self-knowledgeable and you start growing and transforming into new levels of yourself, that other people are going to look at you and think that it's luck. Things are just going to start falling into place in your life and they're going to think it's lucky. Yo, you're so lucky. Wow, look at this. But it's not luck. It's discipline. And discipline is so critical and important to our lives. And when I mention discipline, I don't mean doing things that you don't want to do. I mean doing things that you love to do. Discipline becomes a way of freedom. You begin to be disciplined in your life in order to make sure that you are growing and transforming yourself in such ways that you are becoming the person you want to become. And the last one is going to be take full responsibility. You have the ability to respond to every area of your life, and it's only up to you. Now that means no excuses. Even when the excuses make sense, no excuses. You have the responsibility to go through it no matter what. So one way to make sure that you are taking full responsibility is to get in touch with your inner warrior. With the inner warrior, the archetypal warrior within you that has the strength and the ability and the fortitude to cut, to decide, right? To decide what he or she wants and to take away and kill other things around him or herself that doesn't belong to my personhood. I see this distraction, I decide against it. I see this BS happening, I decide against it. Oh, this is something beautiful that I want. I'm going for it. I'm going into the journey, whatever it takes, into war in order to make sure that I can grab it and decide I'm going to protect my mind. I'm going to make sure that what goes into my mind is the best stuff for me, that it's not these nonsense things that people are telling me to learn. The trivia, who's this actor, who's the famous person here, who won the Grammys, who cares? That doesn't matter to you. Or maybe it does, but it doesn't matter to me, so I'm not going to put that into my mind. Oh, everybody watches the news. You're supposed to watch the news. How would you know what's going on in the world? Hey, shut up. I'm going to decide against that, and I have the power and the ability to do so. Also, what goes into my heart? Who do I allow into my life? Who do I love? Who do I allow to love me? What do I decide to do? Where's my will? What does my will decide for me to do? What am I willing to do? What am I not willing to do? You decide. You decide what that is, and you protect yourself. You stand at the door of your mind, of your heart, of your life, of your will, of your spirit. What's coming into you spiritually too? All of it. You decide. You protect yourself through the inner warrior of making sure what is good for me, what is not good for me, and you decide what you want and what you don't want. I hope you enter into this inner journey. I hope you decide during your 20s to make sure you shut up, and then you make sure that you're learning and you find people along the way that will mentor you and guide you and give you the beauty that they have and transfer it over to you so that you can become the person that you want, so that later on during your life you don't have that midlife crisis because you have done your part of the journey. You have died and been reborn over and over and over again in such a way that you can be happy and secure in who you are. And I wish you the best. Peace.
You can move a mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, don't wait for luck.